The story. I never expected to stand before an empress, much less one whose empire stretched across 5 spiral arms and whose voice alone could command fleets the size of continents. Yet there I was, a single human engineer from a small diplomatic crew, summoned into the throne nebulum of the Xerian Imperium, the most formidable civilization humanity had ever encountered. I had no idea that a single sentence, one impulsive compliment, would change everything. But before that moment, Empress Seralith Viril was nothing more to me than a distant force of nature, revered and feared in equal measure. And I was just a human. Just me. Beginning, the summons to the throne. When the Empress first heard that a human had repaired one of her collapsed graviton conduits in under an hour, a task that should have taken a Xerian team 4 days, she requested an audience. Requested was the polite term. The message my commander received said, "Bring the human. No rank, no name, no explanation." The Xerians were tall, elegant, shimmering with bio-crystal patterns that reflected emotion like shifting auroras. When they walked, they glided, fluid, soundless, regal. I was led through halls alive with blue-white energy. Xerian guards didn't speak. They didn't need to. Their eyes alone communicated everything. "You are nothing here. Do not make mistakes. The Empress does not tolerate missteps." Finally I stood at the edge of her throne nebulum, an entire chamber suspended over a star-like core, the room glowing with soft cosmic light. And there she sat, Empress Seralith, taller than any Xerian I'd seen, more radiant, more intimidating. Her crystal patterns shimmered like constellations across her cheeks and brow. Her eyes were molten gold, focused entirely on me. When she spoke, her voice resonated through my bones. "Human. Step forward." I obeyed. "You restored a conduit my own engineers believed beyond repair," she said. "Explain this." Cleared my throat. "I just fixed it, Your Grace. The design is logical once you see how the connectors." She raised a hand. Silence. Her gaze intensified, scanning me like a living sensor. "You are not Xerian," she said. "You are fragile. You are slow. Yet you succeed where my elite fail." She leaned back slightly. Curious. Her tone held no admiration, only evaluation. I swallowed. Well, sometimes an outside perspective helps. Her eyes narrowed, considering, measuring. Then she dismissed the court with a gesture. I thought that was the end of it. But the guards didn't let me leave. Middle, the private exchange. The Empress wanted me alone. The throne dimmed. The star core beneath the transparent floor pulsed slowly, reflecting along the crystalline veins of her skin. She stepped down from her throne and approached. Every footstep was silent. Every movement impossibly graceful. "You are not afraid of me," she said quietly. I laughed nervously. Terrified, actually. Her head tilted at an angle I'd learned was curiosity among her people. "Then why does your voice not tremble?" "Because if it does, I won't be able to speak." Her lips curved. The Empress almost smiled. She circled around me, studying everything, the way a scientist might observe an unusual new specimen. But her voice became softer. "Tell me, human, what do you see when you look upon me?" I hesitated. Everyone described her as powerful, divine, untouchable. But I didn't see that. I saw someone burdened, someone who hadn't heard a real, honest word in a long time. And before I could stop myself, the words escaped. "I think you're breathtaking." The room froze. She stiffened mid-step, golden eyes widening. Her crystal patterns flared with sharp, iridescent light. An involuntary Xerian reaction. She was blushing. The most feared ruler in the galaxy was blushing. Her voice, normally thunderous and commanding, came out breathless. "Repeat that." I swallowed. "You're breathtaking." Serelith looked away. Actually looked away. Her composure fractured, her throat shimmering with pink-violet light, the color of deep emotional vulnerability among the Zirians. "No one speaks to me in such ways," she said. "I figured," I answered gently. She turned back, eyes softer than before. "You are bold," she murmured. "And sincere." Then came the shocking part. She stepped close. So close that her presence felt like warm starlight on my skin. "I wish to ask something unusual of you." And blinked. "Unusual how?" She inhaled, the light on her skin rippling with anxiety. "Remain here," she whispered. "With me. For conversations. For companionship." I nearly choked. "The Empress wants what? From me?" "You spoke to me as if I were simply a woman," she said. "Not an empire." Her voice lowered. "I have not had that in centuries." I exhaled slowly. "I can stay. If that's what you want." Her expression softened completely. "Yes," she said. "It is what I want." The Empress changes. Over the next days, the palace guards raised eyebrows each time I walked in, but they never stopped me. The Empress had authorized unlimited access. She wanted to talk, to listen, to ask questions about humanity, our humor, our music, our friendships. And sometimes, she simply wanted silence while sitting beside someone who wasn't afraid of her. One evening she asked, "Do you truly find me breathtaking?" I met her eyes. "Yes, and not just for how you look. You carry a whole empire alone. That's incredible." Her crystal patterns glowed softly. "Humans confuse me," she murmured. "You speak gently. You feel deeply." Her voice lowered. "It is warm." Smiled. "That's just part of who we are." She stepped closer. "Will you teach me?" "Teach you what?" "How to be warm." I realized then that the Empress, this towering figure of cosmic authority, was lonely. Painfully lonely. She had ruled for so long that she no longer remembered what ordinary connection felt like. But with me she let her guard down. She even laughed once. A sound that startled her guards so badly they almost dropped their weapons. The incident. But not everyone approved of her softening demeanor. One night, as I walked back to my quarters, a Zirian noble intercepted me. "Human," he hissed. "You toy with what you do not understand. The Empress cannot show affection. It is weakness." "It's humanity," I countered. He glared. "Stay away from her." I didn't. The next day, the Empress noticed my silence. "Something troubles you," she said. "Tell me." So I did. Her eyes hardened, not at me but at the noble. "He forgets," she said coldly, "that I choose whom I favor." Then she touched my shoulder, gently, almost tenderly. "You will remain by my side," she said. "Always." Ending. The surprising declaration. Later that evening, Serelith invited me to the balcony overlooking a nebula, its colors swirling like liquid sapphires. "I have made a decision," she said firmly. I braced myself. "I will appoint you as my consular confidant, a role held only by those I trust beyond measure." Me. "But I'm human," she finished. "Yes." She stepped closer. "And yet, you see me more clearly than anyone in my empire." Her voice softened again. "You offered me honesty when everyone else offered fear." I stared at her, heart pounding. "You really want me here?" "I do." Her eyes glowed warmer than ever. "Your presence reminds me that before I was Empress, I was a woman." Silence settled between us, gentle, unpressured. Then she said, "Tell me once more, human, that I am breathtaking." Smiled. "You're breathtaking, Seralith." And for the second time, the Empress of 5 spiral arms blushed. But this time, she didn't look away. She held my gaze, radiant, vulnerable, and quietly happy. A ruler who commanded galaxies, yet found her heart moved by a single human's words.